generation. And we get that. We help brands connect with Gen Z the right way through authentic content and real engagement. Gen Z holds up to 40% of the global consumer population and has 600 billion in spending power. So don't just talk to them, work with them, and invite them to your business journey. I am Emily Robles, and I'm the CEO.
I'm Jose, and I'm the CTO.
I'm Isabel Lazaro, I'm the CMO.
I'm Jadis Edwards, and I'm the CFO.
So our mission is to help businesses create meaningful connections towards the younger generation through social media strategies.
Our vision is to be the best option for companies who need a social media marketing company.
Our value is to prioritize having good customer relationships with our customers and delivering successful social media campaigns.
So our problem is 2/3 of new businesses only last around 2 years, and only 44% last around 4 years. So our solution is to create a website where new business owners can come and hire us so we can help them create good connections with Gen Z, since that's mostly what the global consumer population is.
And these are our competitors. Our competitors are Archer and Hound and YMC. All three of us have social media advertising, and only two of us have youth marketing. That's us and YMC. And then all three of us have digital and print design, and we're the only ones that have green marketing. And here are some of our unique values. One of our unique values is green marketing. Green marketing is when you market services and products that help the environment and help be better towards the earth. And then we'll have a portfolio on our website that'll show our work, and it'll help our customers trust us more.
For our customer segment, her name is Vanessa. She's 46 and she just started a new makeup company, but she doesn't have many followers and she needs more orders. For our customer relationships, we're going to get our customers with our website, our social medias. We're going to keep them with our ads and frequent posts, and we're going to grow them with messages, emails, and checkups.
And our ad campaign, it'll start with an ad, and then once you push the ad, it'll take you to our landing page, which will have our call to action, and then there you can enter your email, and then we will get back to you. And our definition of success is customers entering their email. And then the next slide will be our ad.
This is where the QR code will take you. First, you'll see a picture of teenagers, and then our logo, and then right here you would see our slogan, and then you would enter your name and your email, and then you could put a message. It's optional. And once you sign up, it'll take you to the thank you page, and the thank you page will have a QR code.
And then for the pricing, we would charge $300 for 7 hours of our service, which is $42.85 per hour. And then for our key metrics, we aim for our clients to have high engagement rates and follower growth, and also a click-through rate, which is basically how many people click on the ad and go to their landing page. And then for our startups costs, the first would be the website cost, which would be for the domain name, it would be about $20 per year. And then for the hosting, it would be about $265 per year. And then for the SSL certificate, it would be $249. And then for the incorporation fees, for paperwork, the fees would be $175. And then for our business license, it would be $157. And then for our office equipment, the technology would be about $1,014, and the software would be $106.80 per year, with a total of $1,989.80. And then for our financials, the total addressable market of the whole United States would be $18.3 million, and for the serviceable addressable market, for California, it'd be $2.2 million, and then for our serviceable, obtainable market, it would be $32,000 with a conversion rate of 1.6%. And then for our revenue, it's projected that we would produce $1.2 million for year 1, and then for year 2, it'd be $1.4 million, and then for year 3, it'd be $1.7 million with a growth rate of 18.1%. And then for an SG&A, our office space would be about $2,000 monthly, and then we would need to pay LLC taxes yearly, which would be about $800, and then we would need to have an attorney just in case, which would be $425 per hour, and then we would need to pay $30 in insurance monthly. And then for our cost of goods, the software would be about $106.80 per year. For content creation and equipment, it would be at about $1,014. And for advertising, it would be about $200. And for licenses, it would be about $406.
This is our thank you page with our QR code that will lead you to our landing pages and our number, emails, Instagram, and TikTok. Thank you.
And what a vast improvement. I think some of us were here the last time you guys pitched, and it looks like you guys practiced a lot and got really good at the speaking portion of it, and it was a big deal. Some of the notes that I had was that I think that actually you did answer this question for me, but you had mentioned the customer profile. It was the founder of the makeup company. You listed all of their problems. I thought in the course of your pitch, it would be really great to address her needs in the next slide directly, and show almost like a case study or an idea of how you would address Vanessa's needs directly. That would be great to really help people understand in a concrete way the work that you do. Yeah, maybe in version 3.0 include something like that, because then I think you get to flex. You could even flex your design skills. You could show a mock-up for what her makeup company's website would look like, and maybe her social media feed would look like if she were to hire you guys. And then boom, you just get it.
And I like to piggyback off of what you're saying, because if you're showing, if I'm coming into, I need your services, right? But you're not really showing me what you're providing me for those services, how you can make it better for me, then I'm like, okay, well, what are you going to get me for these $300? You see my problem, but I'm not seeing how you're fulfilling my need. So when you kind of studied my company, you got to know me, who I am, and you're able to say, if you would have studied her business, let's say she had a real business, and we determined that her company, they only have 200 followers, whereas by us doing this strategy, we'll be able to get her to X amount of followers within, a certain period of time. So it's kind of showing what you're doing. That'll entice me to buy in. Versus okay, I know I have this problem. How are you gonna fix it?
As someone in the audience at your pitch, I know it was almost like a letdown to go to the next slide and not get the solution. Go to the next slide. I was almost expecting you guys to just wow us right there, And I think that's a missed opportunity that you want to capitalize on.
Thank you.
All the next, so I like the name. It's a good name and great presentation again. You guys are definitely getting better. Go back to the first page. Before that. The one before that. Forward. So maybe it was when you were talking, you said you were going to help them grow their business. And I was like, holy cow, that's awesome. And then my mind went to what portion of the business are you guys going to help? And then we went to social media. So it needs to be some direction. Maybe if you could, duality, what's the next step? I think following, what's the next step of the actual business model? like what you're trying to achieve. Now I've seen the whole thing. I'm going backwards. I can tell you with social media and a website. And it seems like, are you guys offering to help the business owner create a corporation or an LLC?
We would just help existing businesses market, because like help them grow basically. Like,
Go to that page. So it's just social. You're not just like, you're not doing anything. I get social media and website designs are challenging and can be very useful to businesses. You're not doing anything other than website and social media. So go to the next week. Yeah, keep going. Keep going. So there it talks about what you get, what you keep. Okay, keep going. Next. Yes. Sorry, one more. Okay, one more. And one more. Time flies. Okay, so the S is up. That's what you guys are targeting. What's the software they're getting?
oh no, this is for our company to start up.
Oh, this is for your company.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, I didn't track that. Okay, that makes sense now. Cool. Thanks for clarifying. Next week. And then next one. I have no idea. I mean, these are great numbers. My goodness. You just want to make sure that you can quantify it. Don't get stuck in big numbers. It could take you 5 years to make money on a business. It could take you 3 months. Just depends on what you're offering. But as you grow, obviously your team grows. You get an HR. You have more people you're hiring. There's more expenses. So as you grow, you kind of have to map out, like from the beginning, what's the cost of getting it to the consumer. It can go up because you have saturation, right? So dilution. The more people you have doing the same thing, you do it faster, more efficient. You can do more accounts. Your technology gets better because you can afford more technology. AR, as artificial intelligence continues to grow, you implement it into these websites, to be able to capture customers' information and get them to click into more of the products that you're selling. And that's all automated stuff, which is great. There's still a cost to it though. So go back. So when you're looking at where's the cost at? Was it in front of that or behind that? So you're not, no. The other direction? There you go, one more. Yeah, there it is. So, okay, now this makes sense. So that's this is your fees for your business.
Yeah.
And monthly space, $2,000 and insurance and stuff, yeah. You're gonna have employees, so you have a lot of cost of employees, you have computer goods, and you have, modems and those computer things that you have to have, so you want to add that inside those monthly fees as well. And then the ad, I was a little bit confused on what you're offering. I just saw a lot of pretty faces that looked a little bit distraught. And so just trying to throw in a business in there, like a business photo of a restaurant or something to draw in what you're actually doing for somebody. And I think I mentioned adding a website in there or something for us to be able to capture what you're selling. But I like the idea. I'm sure those things aren't easy. I've never done it. That's it. Good job.
Well, big improvement from your last presentation, so good job on that. With marketing, you have website and social media. So who on your team can develop a website? Full stack?
Well, we're just starting.
We just started. Okay. So I bring that point up because if you can't do it, that means you have to outsource that. So how many of you know how to create, of course, on all social media platforms, an account, and from that account you have to build content, right? So who's done that on your team?
I have.
Okay. So one person. So the reason I'm bringing up these things is because when you go for someone for marketing, they want to know who you work with, who's going to be doing the work. Or someone on your team, can they develop the website? Can they manage it? Can they update it? All those things for marketing. How's the marketing dollars going to be used? All those things. So marketing is a big industry, and you're saying you can help every single business across the board, correct? You're not honing in on a specific,
They're small businesses.
just small
Yeah,
businesses.
because we can't really help those big businesses. They're already big and they already know what to do.
Okay, so it's primarily just startup mom and pop businesses that don't have anything in terms of social media and a website. That's your target. Okay, I would probably put that in there. Did you put that in there?
The makeup lady selling makeup.
That was it. That's the startup. Okay, so I think that needs to be a little bit more clear. But yeah, other than that, having more case studies, someone else said, or past client outcomes or referrals, because in a lot of businesses, they say, we help all these companies. I know you're a startup, but that's how you get kind of business. It's really hard to have a startup marketing company without having like, hey, look what we did for client A, B, and C. We did this stuff for them. We can do the same thing for you. So it's just something to think about when you have a startup marketing. It's not a really easy task, but I think you can do it. But for overall, I thought your presentation was much improved from the last presentation. So good job.
Cool. Thank you for your presentation. I thought it was really well done. I would recommend that you focus on the strength that you highlighted in the beginning. Right? You said we want to focus on Gen Z and remarketing. Right? So I was really excited when I heard that. Later on in the presentation, I really hear a lot about that. Right? So I would a lot of it maybe the mom and pop people that need marketing. There's marketing companies like Sand Beach, right? But if you're really unique, focus on that you're talking the green marketing and that you're kind of represent the demographic that they want to market to, right? So I would showcase yourselves as the experts on how to communicate with your generation. And I think using this example with this cosmetic company, I didn't really understand, was this person specifically targeting your generation, right? Did she have like a green marketing, green makeup product, right? Why would she choose you, right? And for example, in terms of case studies, right? You could say, I don't know if you guys know Anne McFerrin. She's the founder of Glamnetic. Those are magnetic eyelashes. Yeah, you should check her out, right? The way that she did her marketing is fantastic, right? And you could use that as a way of saying, look, this is somebody that's kind of close to our generation, right? And here's what they did to market to my generation, right? So that you can kind of borrow from their experience and show how other people do it.
You know, to dovetail off your point right now, I know my daughter, she's 11, right? And she's crazy about skincare. And I'm like, oh, you're 11, like your skin is like a baby. Like why do you need to put all this stuff on your face to make your skin better when you're a child, you know? But I think that's, to your point, a really good example. The way that they're marketing skincare routines to people that don't need them is like really interesting, and it's exactly what you guys are saying that you're good at. So you would take Vanessa's case and you would help her do what they call it, preppy skincare. That's the term for it, right? Yeah, like how she would be able to reach that market that's interested in that product category. That would be like a really good way to make your value proposition like come to life. Is if you showed how Vanessa could repurpose her product or position her brand in a way that resonates with Gen Z, that age bracket. The other thing that I wanted to kind of throw out there, and this coincides with what you had mentioned, was when he asked like who's doing what work. So you had your answers like really ready. You're like, you're going to be building the websites. You're going to be doing the social media work, right? That your revenue projections are like baked into that answer. So you're only two people, right? You're going to be building as many websites as you can within a week, within a month, within a year. So, and you're going to be doing it at your hourly rate of $42.85. So you want to think, what is a reasonable assumption if you had a full book of business that you would be, how many hours would you be spending at $42.85 a week? and then that is how much you would make that week. And then you can multiply that week by how many there are in a month, how many months are there in a year, and you would have a good idea of how much money you can make in a year.
Because they did give us the 7 hours, right? That was in the table.
Yeah. But the hourly rate, I think, was the key thing there. Yeah, it was $42.85.
Yeah.
So at $42.85 with 2 practitioners working full time, it would not equal $2 million. You know, so that's just something to think about. Maybe your revenue would be, honestly, it would be something more in the realm of like $90,000 or $130,000, which is that's nothing to shake a stick at for 4 16-year-olds. You know what I mean? 4 17-year-olds. So just your numbers are already there. You already have them. You just have to do the proper formula to achieve those numbers and know exactly what they are.
Can you go back to your conversion rate? Right there. How do you come up with the 1.6? I've been seeing these all day long. I've seen 2s, I've seen up to 3s. They're all low, but yours is one of the lowest.
It was based off of like statistics from other marketing companies,
All
like
right.
they're.
All right, that's what I want to say. You cannot have a low conversion rate when your whole business model is about helping somebody succeed that can't succeed without your help. You need the highest conversion rate. And you need to go to the drawing board and not come off that drawing board where you figure out how to turn talks into dollars, turn talks into transactions, turn talks into contracts. You figure it out. You're young, you've got time to do it. Look up everything you can, and your CMO shouldn't be doing all of the backup for social media. This is a social media marketing company. You need to be the top. This team needs to all know every part of it. If you're not particularly gifted at one part, then you should be feeding in and telling your opinions and getting it together. Get your charisma going together on this and figure out how to be the best social media company for small startups to ask you to help them and to sit back and go, oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't do this before now. It's finally working. I'm so busy. And then your conversion rate ain't 1.6 anymore. And you actually talk about your conversion rate. It becomes like part of your goal. Look at our conversion rate. We can do this for you. So build something great, attract people to be great too, and go around making the world a better place. You guys are onto something. Again, I see the same trend that presentation trips up the entrepreneurial enterprise. Get your presentation done so you pass your class, but figure this business out. Become an entrepreneur. Offer a service. Do it fantastically.
And you got me on it, by the way. So I have these presentations all the time, like live people with real careers. They're scheduling appointments with me, to meet with me, to do website and social media. I have 4 businesses, so I get it all of the time. And you got me on your hourly rate and your service to get it done.
Yeah.
Those were realistic. I could fit those within my budget. I could make that work within some sort of minor give back. One thing you could add to even do it more is do your website and get more people, newsletters, or help someone send out a newsletter. We sent out a newsletter, and instantly that following weekend we get like a 20% push of business. That can be totally automated with your guys' ability, right? So that's a huge win. You want to make your consumer money. I really think you can with that. And so that 1.6 conversion rate, or wherever you came up with that, could also be a good answer would be the companies that are in your space are charging $5,000 a month. And I'm a restaurant owner. You're never going to make me, $10,000 a month by boosting something on Facebook. It's just not going to happen. I sell hot dogs. My average meal per time is $15. At the brewery, my average ticket is $45, and you do the math. It's just it's almost impossible to do that. And so I've always said no to those companies because I just can't. Other industries, restaurants, and consumer goods like I have, it just makes it really hard. So, but anyhow, you guys are good. You guys are fantastic.
Emily, I love how you jumped right out in the middle of the screen, stood up front, vocalized who you guys are, did your whole lead in best one today out of everyone. Beautiful job.
Good job.
Okay.